What's going on, everybody? It's JB here, John Stuttard, with a brand new episode of Career Mode. And after thinking about it, toing and throwing, I've decided to do a Mark II Burnley Career Mode. The Newcastle one wasn't doing it for me, unfortunately, so a lot of people wanted me to do Newcastle. My heart wasn't in it, unfortunately. No disrespect, but I decided to do a Burnley one. I wanted to see if I could do a better Burnley side than I did on the first version of Career Mode. And we're going to have a little bit of a different format. We're going to have a two-match format for every episode. So the two games we'll be focusing on in this episode are the Huddersfield home match, and we've got a League Cup match at Bloomfield Road, which will be our second featured match. Edited highlights, commentary on the highlights, and then obviously we'll look at the tables and so on. And after each and every game and the draws for every cup tie afterwards, we'll try and fit all that into half an hour's worth for you. This is the first episode. Just before we go to this game, the Huddersfield game, let's have a quick look at who we've actually managed to bring in, because it's amazing. I mean, we've actually brought some very good players into the side. This is what happened. These are the successful negotiations, obviously, and these are some of the players we've managed to bring in. Obviously we've got Gordon. Barton was already there when we get in. We've got Will Hughes. Pereira from Manchester United is on a 2-year loan deal. So too is young Marcus Rashford. A very good player. We expected big things. We've sold Jokovic, we've sold Jilks, we've sold Lloyd Dyer. We've brought in Ruben Loftus-Cheek permanently. I think he can do a job. Obviously there's Gray and Loughton as well to come as well. So this is what we've got at the moment. That's the signings, and we're looking forward to bringing you the Career Mode. Obviously the Premier League commentaries will begin in earnest very soon, the Championship, but I thought we'll do a Mark II Burnley Career Mode just to keep our footy fix and keep my subscribers happy for the next 2 or 3 weeks. I'll keep doing, once the football season starts, obviously I'll lend more of my voice to the real actual stuff, of course, when the football season properly starts, but I will run the Mark II Burnley Career Mode concurrently, and then what I'll do is run this particular series until FIFA 17 comes out at the back end of September. Anyway, enough wobbling on about me and all that. Let's get over to highlights of the full opening match of the Championship season as Burnley go for promotion in Season 1 as we take on David Wagner's Huddersfield Town. Hello there, good afternoon. Welcome to Burnley's first game of the season. And one of the games promises to be between two debutants there. Dean Whitehead transferred from Runs for £650,000, and Will Hughes, of course, making his debut. Also making the debuts, Andre Gray as well for Burnley, and Joey Barton as well in the number 13 shirt. And you've got the likes of Marcus Rashford and Andre Herrera signed from Manchester United amongst the substitutes bench. Real opportunity here for both sides in this Trans-Pennine derby to really give their season a real kick-start here in front of a capacity crowd of over 20,000 inside Turf Moor this afternoon. Outfield for Burnley. He's got Hughes out on the left, on the near side, and here's Will Hughes. That's the cut back. Ball back to me, and it's going away to Jamie Patterson. And Patterson now onto Wells, and he's aspirated the challenge, and Wells plays it in there, and Whitehead now on his debut shoots. Oh, he's in the crossbar, he didn't cross the line, and Patterson has scored with just 9 minutes of the match gone. Jamie Patterson, here it is again. The shot ricocheted off the crossbar, the ball came back, and there it is, Jamie Patterson beyond Tom Eaton's reach. And would you believe it, Huddersfield Sound, the Yorkshire side, take the lead with just 10 minutes gone. It's Burnley 0, Huddersfield 1, and Jamie Patterson, the Nottingham Forest man, strikes first blood in the Trans-Pennine derby. Here's Smith now for Huddersfield with their tails up now as we're coming towards quarter of an hour gone. And here's Naki Wells. What, could he be 2? Oh, should have been. What a glorious opportunity for Naki Wells to make it 2. And he didn't succeed in doing so. Credit to Tom Eaton for narrowing the angle to stop Wells going further forward. This is Patterson. Huddersfield really playing with a bit of a swagger about them, but Hughes intercepts. Now Arfield. Burnley really haven't got going yet as we come up towards the halfway mark of the first half. This is Boyd to Loughton. Burnley now really need to get the equaliser and quick. Here's Loughton's ball in. Gray! Yes! Debut goal for Andre Gray. And it's 2 and it's 1-1 here at Turf Moor. Great ball in, and Andre Gray with a real bullet header to get his first Burnley goal. Beyond the dive with the goalkeeper who absolutely had no chance at all. And it's Burnley 1, Huddersfield 1, and Gray will feel happy, and so will Burnley. They'll feel relieved that they are back in the match now, that's for sure. The goal coming after 24 minutes, so halfway through the first half. And really, it's probably come against the run of the play, but here comes Whitehead from the restart, and here comes Patterson, and here's Wells. Good turn, Naki Wells. Oof. Well, that could have easily been 2-1 to Huddersfield. All vulnerable in that Burnley defence, and Naki Wells almost picking his spot, but just firing it too high. Davidson. All given away. Here's Vokes. Great chance here for Burnley. It's Sam Vokes. Saved by Steer. Bond goes in. He's in the angle of post and bar. And then Lynch gets it away. And Burnley were within an ace then of potentially going in front for the first time in the contest. Here's Lynch getting in the way. But Burnley there. Joey, the first shot was hit by Sam Vokes. And then somehow Joey Barton contrived to hit the angle of post and bar. And Huddersfield get it away to safety. Boyd's throw. Barton, oh, he doddled on it. Hogg intercepted. Here's Wells. Patterson. There's plenty of men forward, and Ben Mee got back there in the nick of time and saved Burnley's skin. And then that's another sloppy ball. Here's Craney. Good running here by him. Real opportunity here for Huddersfield Town. And it's laid in for Naki Wells, who scores! 5 minutes to go to half time. Naki Wells makes it 2-1 at Huddersfield. And it was a beautiful move, but really sloppy play from Burnley. Craney kept the ball alive. What a beautiful ball in, and Naki Wells picked that one out. Tom Eaton, the Burnley skipper, absolutely got no chance at all of saving that then. Had no idea how to combat the shot from Naki Wells. It's 2-1 at Huddersfield Town, and this really is becoming a real struggle for the Clarets here on their home turf this afternoon. 2-1 they trail to Huddersfield Town, and really it was a goal that Burnley created for themselves, a real bad piece of play. But here comes Hughes from the restart looking to repair the damage. The shot deflected. It will be, I think, a corner. Let's have a look at it again. There's the shot. No, it didn't deflect off a Huddersfield man. It's certainly a goal kick. So Steer with the kick straight to Davidson. Boyd going very well. Got a good footing now. Can Burnley get level before half time? Here's Will Hughes. Steer makes the save, and then Smith somehow hooks it away, and Matt Moore can complete the clearance. And here's Hogg deep into time added on. And there is the half-time whistle blown by the referee, and Burnley, well, a penny for John Stutty's fought at half-time. His Burnley side on in his first home match as manager. The 2-1 down, goals from Patterson and Wells. Great for Burnley. It's Burnley 1, Huddersfield Town 2 at half-time. Matt Moore to Hughes, given away to Hughes now. What can Burnley make of it now with 5 minutes of the second half gone? Here's Joey Barton. Barton with a shot, deflected, and over the top it went. It will be a Burnley corner. And there's going to be a change in progress. Scola and Scano are going to replace Bunn and Wells. This was the goal that put Huddersfield in front, and it came from the man that's been substituted, Neckywells. Cool finish into the top corner to give Huddersfield the advantage. Here comes the corner. In there, me over the header, on for crossbar. And Huddersfield survive again. And you get the feeling in this second half it's going to be all Burnley and Huddersfield. Very lucky. Twice they've had the woodwork hit. And Marcus Rashford, the young lad signed on loan from Manchester United, will replace the ineffective Sam Vokes. A bit more pace is needed, according to Stutzy up front, and maybe Rashford could well be the man to provide that pace and energy, and maybe that little bit more cunning with the finish. Here's Hogg. Here's Boyd. Burnley 2-1 down, remember. Here's Boyd again. Good skills. Lovely Boyd to Hughes. Rashford is winning in the middle. Hughes playing it in there towards Rashford. What a goal! No, it's not going to count. Not going to count. He must have been offside. The referee's assistant has disallowed it, and here it is. Yep, offside it is. Well, Burnley have got about half an hour to save their skins. Otherwise it could be a real shocker here at Turf Moor. Burnley, one of the favourites to go straight back into the Premier League at the first time of asking. A 2-1 down here against Huddersfield Town. And here's Hogg. Good save by Heaton. If that gone in, it would have been good night Vienna for Burnley. Hogg had the glorious opportunity, and Heaton stuck out the left hand and palmed it away for a corner. Boyd up there, and here's Gray onside. It's Andre Gray. Great chance this for Burnley. Great lazy back. Rashford! What a glorious missed, glorious opportunity, and not taken by Marcus Rashford. Big chance there for Burnley, and a bad miss for Marcus Rashford. Matt Moore for Huddersfield. Now Hughes the substitute. Matt Moore again. Smith. They do play the ball around well, Huddersfield. I've been very impressed. Here's Hughes. Will he get it onto the left foot? No. The ball played back in there. Barnelli half away. Hogg to Hughes. Hughes now. Shot comes in from Matt Moore, and it goes into the 4,000 Yorkshire folk behind the goal of Tom Heaton. Late drama here as that corner, deep corner comes in. Huddersfield can see the throw from it. It was a poor corner. Huddersfield just seconds away from a famous victory here in deepest Lancashire. But here's Arfield now. Needs to pick a good ball. Rashford needs to be good. And Rashford is through. Can the debutant make it 2-2? Yes! Burnley save themselves. And it's the 18-year-old substitute, Marcus Rashford, the man they've got on a 2-year loan from Manchester United. And he saved Burnley's skin. 1-on-1 with Jed Steer. And he absolutely smashed that in. And it's 2-2. Deep into time added on at the end of the game. And what a thrilling opening day this has been for Burnley. And maybe it'll be the first of many in claret and blue for Marcus Rashford. 2-2, what a game. A very enjoyable match, that's for sure. Wells and Patterson and Gray and Rashford for Burnley as the full-time whistle goes to end what was an entertaining game. A little bit tough on the visitors today, who really came to Turf Moor, gave it a real good go and led 2-1 at half-time thanks to goals through, first of all, Patterson, and then Wells. Sandwiched in between those two goals, Andre Gray with his first for Burnley. And then right at the death, Marcus Rashford clean through, finished it off. And Burnley come away with a point. So a final scoreline here at Turf Moor on opening day. It's finished Burnley 2, Huddersfield 2. So there we are, we've saved ourselves, and thanks to Marcus Rashford, the guy we got from Manchester United for 2 years on a loan basis, and we're now in ninth place. Derby leading the way with QPR in second. Cardiff, Bolton, Leeds and Reading in the playoff spots, but early days yet, and Huddersfield played well, played their part, and all the teams aren't going to make it easy for us as we're going for promotion at the moment. Anyway, our second match features the a real Lancashire hotbod against Blackpool. We'll bring you all the other scores and results and the draw for the second round in a bit, but after the game. But let's get over to Bloomfield Row, where Blackpool for the last couple of years have had a couple of bad seasons. protest galore, of course, in real life with the Oystons. Could Burnley play on that, or could Blackpool pull off a shock result tonight at Bloomfield Road? Let's go there and find out by the seaside. Hello there, good evening to you. Welcome to Bloomfield Road. Blackpool line-up tonight with a few familiar faces there. Colin Doyle, former Birmingham goalkeeper there. Martin Patterson, former Burnley player up front. And Danny Philliskirk, son of Tony, plays on the flank. Burnley make 3 changes, of course. 2 in midfield, the centre in midfield. Pereira and Loftus-Cheek come in. And Marcus Rashford replaces Sam Vokes. All 3 players all drop to the bench. Barton, Hughes and Vokes. And there's Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Full debut for him. £1.3 million he cost from Chelsea. Still only 17, 18 years old. A lot of yearning to do as this Lancashire hot pot of a cup derby gets underway. Burnley in claret and blue attacking the goal to our left. Well, of course, Blackpool in those famous tangerine shirts. They're going to the right. And here's Pereira. Pereira's shot deflected. And deflected over the top for a corner. Came off the defender there. Very brave block with his face, I must say. Scott Arfield to take the set piece. Ball played in. Philliskirk is there. And a bad back pass. I don't know what he was doing there. And Rashford almost took advantage. Good save from Doyle to palm it into the side netting. But a real bad mistake there by young Philliskirk. This is Philliskirk now. Good ball by him. On to White. Good positive run there by White down the right. And he's got away from 2 or 3 challenges. That's a good ball in. And Michael Keane had to be on his guard there, because that was a little dangerous there. He got away from 2 challenges there, did White. Here's Rashford at the other end now. And he's through. This is surely going to be the first goal, is it? No! Wide from Rashford. A glorious chance for the young Manchester United loanee to take Burnley ahead in this game, but he couldn't take the opportunity. This is Robertson. Blackpool after a couple of years of real disarray. Protests galore for the owners, the Oystons, Carl and Owen Oyston, have really run this club into the ground. And it's a sad side of affairs as the shot goes wide from one of Burnley's debutants tonight, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Just pulling the shot wide in the end. There's a good vibe about Burnley's present this season. Here's Pereira. Good running by him. Pereira, good save. Doyle. Rashford should score. No! Oh, what an opportunity for Marcus Rashford, and he hits the side of the net. What a miss. Yates in the second half. And what a good ball to Patterson. Could he sink his own club here? Oh, what a chance. Early doors in the second half. Martin Patterson with a glorious opportunity against his own side, but didn't take it. Roll to Blackpool. Created 1 or 2 good openings. This is Gray. And Rashford's onside. Surely this is going to be number 1 now for Burnley. Rashford, good save Doyle. Rashford again, over. Oh, how many more chances are Burnley going to waste? And Blackpool making a change. Mark Cullen is going to come on for Uke Impaksu. And Burnley are going to make a double change. Messrs Barton and Hughes are both going to come on too. And they're going to replace Loftus-Cheek and Pereira respectively. So we'll see. We'll have to see what comes of those substitutions in due course. With an hour gone. Kick forward, good ball. Headed down for Hughes. Bush chance to really see what he can do and impress. And he's going all the way through. And it's broken the stalemate. 62 minutes gone. And Will Hughes breaks the deadlock. When he looked as all the while that Blackpool were going to frustrate Burnley for 90 minutes and possibly take this game into extra time. He got away from his man and smashed it in past the despairing dive of Colin Doyle.
And that's a wonderful ball if Gray can get there, but Ferguson is there first. And does well, gives Gray the slip. McAllister. Oh, you don't want to be giving it to Will Hughes. He's on fire at the moment. What a lovely ball. Rashford. Oh, he's put it wide. Oh, and you just wonder if it had took half the chances he's been presented with, Burnley could have been out of sight with the cricket score by now. 5 minutes left. Not been a classic cup tie by any means, but it's been fairly good watch. This is Barton, the other sub. Barton shoots, good save by Doyle. Diving away to his right, got two strong hands on it and palmed it away for a corner. Marvellous piece of goalkeeping to deny the Burnley midfielder. And he hits a fair shot, does Joey Barton as well. So it's going to be George Boyd here to take the corner for the Clarets. Can they get that second all-important goal? There comes the corner, and Hughes was unmarked, and it's put Burnley surely now into the next round of the Capital One. There it is again. Poor marking here from Blackpool. I'm sure Gary Bowyer will be disappointed with this marking. But take nothing away from a great header from Hughes beyond the dive of Colin Doyle, and Burnley now book their place in round two. We need to stoppage time. Hughes has put Rashford in the clear, and Hughes is actually making a tremendous 70-yard dash, and Rashford has spotted him, and Hughes has scored a beautiful hat-trick with a beautiful diving header, and seals Burnley's passage into the third round for second round rather, without absolute doubt now. A 30-minute hat-trick from Will Hughes since coming on as a 59th-minute substitute. And Burnley have sealed their passage now, good and proper, against a very sorry Blackpool side. 3-0 as the whistle goes. And what a performance, certainly in the second half. It was stalemate for about 60 minutes. Then Will Hughes and Joey Barton came on as subs and totally changed the whole complexion of the tie. A hat-trick for Hughes within 30 minutes. A superb finish by Hughes, and he certainly keeps the match ball. And what a way to endear himself to his new supporters. A hat-trick for Burnley, and Burnley go through by 3-0. So a tremendous win there, as you saw there, for Burnley. 3-0 winners over Blackpool. Let's have a look at some of the other games taking place around the country. Accrington 2, Hull 1. Good result there for Accrington. Birmingham 2, Wimbledon 1. Bradford 1, Oxford 2. Brighton 3, Coventry 1. Bristol City 1, Blackburn Rovers 2. Bristol Rovers 0, Chesterfield 1. Bury 3, Huddersfield 2. Cambridge 1, Preston 2. Carlisle 2, QPR 3. Colchester 1, Peterborough 0. Crawley 0, Brentford 2. Dagenham and Redbridge 1, Sheffield Wednesday 2. Derby County 3, Luton 1. Fleetwood through 2-0 against Barnsley. Fulham and Gillingham finished 1-0, but it's the Gels who got through 4-3 on penalties. Hartlepool 1, Scunthorpe 0. Leeds 0, Exeter City 2. Mansfield 2, Yeovil 1. Middlesbrough 3, Shrewsbury 0. Morecambe 1, Wigan 0. Notts County 1, Ipswich Town 2. Plymouth 2, Reading 1. Rotherham 0, Walsall 1. Southend 0, Sheffield United 2. Stevenage 1, Portsmouth 2. Wycombe 1, Newport 0. Burton Albion 1, Port Vale 1. Burton winning 4-3 on penalties after extra time. Charlton 2, Bolton 0. Doncaster 2, York 1. Millwall 2, Crewe Alexandra 0. Northampton 2, Leyton Orient 1. Forest 3, Barnet 0. Oldham 1, Rochdale 2. Swindon 0, Cardiff 1. And finally Wolves 2, MK Dons 0. So that's all the results. So let's see what has happened for the next round. The draw has been made. Let's see who's got who. Bournemouth Premier League against Colchester. Cardiff take on Hartlepool. Charlton draw Manchester United. Chesterfield play Fleetwood. Palace have host League 2 Accrington. Everton Chelsea. Gillingham Sheffield Wednesday. Mansfield against Norwich. Morecambe Bury.
Oxford v West Ham, Preston take on Wolves, QPR against Exeter, Sheffield United against Portsmouth, Walsall versus Birmingham, West Brom Derby, Wycombe versus Doncaster, Brighton against Nottingham Forest, Ipswich. Our reward for winning that game against Blackpool is a trip to Portland Road. Liverpool take on Northampton at Anfield. Man City take on Plymouth Argyle at the Etihad. Fair trip there for Plymouth and the supporters. Middlesbrough against Blackburn, that will take place at the Riverside. Millwall against Brentford, London derby there. Southampton against Burton at the St Mary's, and Swansea against Rochdale. They're all the Capital One round 2 fixtures that will be taking place. And that's it from us for this first episode. Just to let you know that the Cardiff match will be one of 2 featured games in the second episode, along with a big derby game being played a week today, in fact, against Blackburn Rovers at Turf Moor. So 2 intriguing and good encounters, one down at the Cardiff City Stadium, one at Turf Moor, and a local derby to boot. Hope you can join me then for episode 2 of the Mark II Burnley Career Mode. But for me, JB, see you later. Don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't already, or not subscribed, and the Twitter address, of course, Stutzy83. You know the drill. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later for the second instalment of the Mark II Burnley Career Mode. Take care. Bye bye.